Nevermind the Buttocks is the 19th episode of the second season of the American mystery television series Veronica Mars, and the 41st episode overall. Written by Phil Klemmer and directed by Jason Blum. The episode premiered on UPN on April 18, 2006. The series depicts the adventures of Veronica Mars, Kristen Bell, as she deals with life as a high school student while moonlighting as a private detective. In this episode, Veronica investigates the car that ran over a student's Tommy Snider dog, and it turns out that the case is connected to the bus crash mystery. Meanwhile, Wallace, Percy Daggs III, and Jackie, Tessa Thompson, start a relationship. Synopsis: Veronica is interrogated about the Aaron Echols sex tapes. Mac, Tina Majorino, tells Veronica that her cell phone interceptor has been confiscated for the year and that she was using it to spy on Beaver. Kyle Gellner, Butters asks Veronica to get Mac as his prom date. However, Veronica uses Butter to get her and Mac into Principal Clemens's office. Veronica finds the cell phone interceptor as well as a copy of the anarchist cookbook from Weevil's Francis Capra locker. Veronica accuses Weevil of blowing up the bus. A student approaches Veronica and asks her to track down the car that ran over his dog. Veronica finds no cars of the type in Neptune. Jackie asks Veronica to help her get a job at Java the Hutt. The manager gives Jackie the job. Veronica tells Keith about Logan and Kendall's relationship, and Keith tells Veronica to find out whether they were together at the time of the crash. The car that Veronica is looking for passed by Gia on their way to the cliff. Gia thinks that it was probably some college kids. Wallace makes a failed attempt to reunite with Jackie. Hector tells Weevil that the Fitzpatricks are mistreating the former PCHERs. Keith shows Veronica Kendall's high school yearbook and proves that Kendall was stealing her identity to escape criminal charges. Veronica meets a blind woman to whom the car belongs. Veronica sneaks into the garage and finds the remains of a Fitzpatrick sticker and several guns. Inside, Weevil talks to Veronica about the pair's mistreatment and believes that Duncan and his number board are involved. Veronica agrees to help. Wallace meets Jackie at Java the Hutt, where she says she has a crush on him, but also says that she has been accepted to the Pantheon-Sorbonne University, meaning that they will not have a long relationship. Veronica tracks the car and notices some criminal activity. She calls Keith for help, but he hangs up when Liam Fitzpatrick breaks into Kendall's apartment, where he is. Liam threatens Keith before Keith fights back. Veronica and Keith successfully escape, with Keith swiping Kendall's hard drive. The Fitzpatricks torture one drug dealer, before Weevil successfully threatens the Fitzpatricks with a list of their well-to-do clients. However, Weevil drives off and says that the PCHERs are on their own. Veronica finds out that the owner of the car is Liam's grandmother. Eventually, Veronica and Keith deduce that Kendall could have caused the crash. Wallace and Jackie agree to start a relationship, and some new evidence surfaces in the Kane case, including some of Duncan's hair. Veronica finds out that Liam ran over Harry's dog, but Harry's brother tells her not to tell him so that he won't kill Liam. Veronica tells Harry that she didn't find the culprit. Cultural references. The following cultural references are made in the episode. Veronica says that she watches Animal Planet. Veronica mentions James Bond. Weevil has the anarchist cookbook in his locker. Veronica jokingly tells Keith that he was probably watching South Beach. Veronica mentions Nash Bridges in relation to the Barracuda. Veronica references Dick Cheney. Veronica compares Keith to Rick Springfield. The elderly woman to whom the Barracuda belongs mentions Vanna White. Pat Sajak, and Wheel of Fortune. Veronica jokingly tells Weevil that he has Maybelline eyelashes. The episode references Heidi Fleiss. Arc significance. The Fitzpatricks are in league with Kendall, and Kendall has actually stolen her identity from a girl who died in a car crash. Logan confirms that Kendall was by herself at the time of the bus crash. Duncan's wooden paddle had carvings of the license plate number of customers that Thumper had been servicing. In addition, the Lily Kane plotline resurfaces. Aaron's Oscar statue has been discovered in the backyard of the Kanes with some of Duncan's hair on it. Music. The following music can be heard in the episode: Damie S.A. Cosa, Give Me That Thing, by Renee Brizuela, Treat Her Like a Lady, by Cornelius Brothers and Sister Rose. Production. Nevermind the Buttocks was written by Phil Klemmer and directed by Jason Blum, marking Klemmer's 10th writing credit and Blum's 2nd directing credit for the show, after Green-Eyed Monster. Despite being credited, Duncan, Teddy Dunn, Dick, Ryan Hansen, and Bieber, Kyle Gallner, do not appear in the episode. The episode's title is a play on words to punk rock band the Sex Pistols' first and only album, Nevermind the Buttocks. Here's the Sex Pistols. The episode featured a guest appearance from Matt Bush, most famous for his role on Glory Days. Reception. Ratings. In its original broadcast, Nevermind the Buttocks received 1.91 million viewers, marking an increase from the previous episode and ranking 110th of 114 in the weekly rankings. Reviews. Price Peterson, of TV.com, gave a mostly positive review, writing that, "I don't know how I feel about the Lily Kane case getting reopened like this, but I still really enjoyed all the Kendall stuff. The different Neptune factions have started to come together in an understandable way. Everything is related. Great episode." Television Without Pity gave the episode a B+. Rowan Kaiser, writing for the AV Club, gave a mixed review, criticizing the episode's focus on the Fitzpatricks while praising the Veronica-Keith dynamic. "While I admire the show's willingness to provide a variety of different explanations for what happened, the thing that prevents me from engaging with it fully is that most of the scenarios, and much of this particular episode, deal with the Fitzpatricks. And to be honest, the show has completely failed at making the Fitzpatricks interesting in any fashion. One thing I did like about this episode was that it had Veronica and Keith working together again." Quote, Nevermind the Buttocks, on IMDb. Nevermind the Buttocks, at Mars Investigations.